The story of Tesla Inc. and the electric car revolution begins long before the company was created. Many people think electric cars are a new idea, but they actually started more than 100 years ago. In the early 1800s, inventors were already trying to build vehicles that could run on electricity instead of fuel. These early electric cars were very simple, but they had some advantages. They were quiet, they did not produce smoke, and they were easier to drive compared to early petrol cars. At that time, petrol engines were noisy, dirty, and difficult to operate. However, electric cars also had big problems. Their batteries were weak, they could not travel long distances, and charging them was not easy because there were no charging stations. Because of these problems, electric cars could not compete with petrol cars for long. As time passed, companies like Ford Motor Company changed the car industry by making petrol cars cheaper and easier to produce. With mass production, more people could afford petrol cars, and they quickly became the most popular choice around the world. Roads, fuel stations, and industries were all built around petrol vehicles. Because of this, electric cars slowly disappeared from the market, and for many years, people almost forgot about them. Petrol cars ruled the world for decades, and no one really believed electric cars could make a comeback. Later, new problems started to appear. Pollution became a serious issue, especially in big cities. Cars were producing harmful gases that affected the air people breathed. Scientists began warning about climate change and how burning fuel was damaging the environment. At the same time, fuel prices kept rising, making it more expensive for people to drive. These problems made people think again about cleaner and better ways of transportation. Governments, engineers, and environmental groups started looking for solutions, and electric cars became interesting once more. During this time, technology also improved. Batteries became stronger and more efficient than before. Computers and new engineering ideas made it possible to design better electric vehicles. People began to ask an important question: what if electric cars could be fast, reliable, and affordable? This question slowly started to change the way people thought about transportation. The idea of electric cars was no longer seen as old or useless, but as something that could shape the future. This was the moment when the world was ready for a big change. The stage was set for a new company to take a risk and bring electric cars back in a powerful way. That company would later become Tesla Inc., and it would play a major role in turning a forgotten idea into a global revolution. The birth of Tesla Inc. in 2003 marked the beginning of a bold new chapter in the history of electric cars. The company was started by a group of engineers who believed that electric vehicles did not have to be slow, boring, or weak. Instead, they believed electric cars could be powerful, exciting, and even better than petrol cars. Their goal was not just to build cars, but to change the way people think about energy and transportation. In the early days, this idea sounded unrealistic to many people because petrol cars had dominated the world for a long time. Most people believed electric cars would never be able to compete. A key turning point for Tesla came when Elon Musk joined the company. He invested a large amount of money and became one of the main leaders of Tesla. Musk strongly believed in a future powered by clean energy, and he wanted to reduce the world's dependence on fossil fuels. He was willing to take big risks to make this vision real. Under his influence, Tesla became more ambitious. The company did not just want to build an electric car, it wanted to build the best car, whether electric or not. Tesla's first major project was the Tesla Roadster. This car was very important because it challenged the common belief that electric cars were slow and unattractive. The Roadster was fast, stylish, and could travel much farther than earlier electric vehicles. It showed people that electric cars could be exciting and modern. For the first time, many people started to take electric vehicles seriously. However, the Roadster was very expensive, and only a small number of people could afford it. This made it difficult for Tesla to grow quickly. During this time, Tesla faced many challenges. Building a new type of car required a lot of money, time, and advanced technology. The company struggled with production issues and limited resources. Many investors were unsure if Tesla would succeed, and some people believed the company would fail. Even big car companies did not see Tesla as a real threat at first. Despite these difficulties, Tesla continued to push forward. The team worked hard to improve battery technology and make electric cars more practical. What made Tesla different was its strong belief in innovation and its willingness to take risks. Instead of following the traditional car industry, Tesla tried new ideas and focused on long-term goals. The company believed that once people experienced a great electric car, they would never want to go back to petrol vehicles. This belief kept Tesla moving forward even when the future was uncertain. By the end of this early stage, Tesla had not yet become a huge success, but it had done something very important. It had changed people's perception of electric cars. The company proved that electric vehicles could be powerful, stylish, and desirable. This was a crucial step that set the foundation for Tesla's future growth and the electric car revolution that would follow. The early success of Tesla Inc. did not mean the company was safe. In fact, the next stage of its journey was one of the hardest. Tesla faced serious struggles that almost led to its failure. The company was spending a lot of money to design and produce electric cars, but it was not making enough profit. Building new technology, especially batteries and electric systems, was very expensive. At the same time, production delays made things worse. Cars were not being delivered on time, and this caused frustration among customers and investors. Many people started to doubt whether Tesla could survive in such a competitive industry. One of the biggest challenges Tesla faced was scaling production. It is one thing to build a small number of high-end cars like the Roadster, but it is much harder to produce thousands of cars efficiently. Tesla struggled with manufacturing problems, including supply chain issues and technical difficulties. The company also had to build its own systems because traditional car suppliers were not fully ready to support electric vehicle technology. This made the process slower and more costly. As problems continued, Tesla began losing money at a dangerous rate. During this difficult period, Elon Musk played a critical role in keeping the company alive. He invested much of his own personal money into Tesla when it was close to running out of funds. This was a very risky decision because if Tesla failed, he could have lost everything. Musk also worked long hours and pushed the team to keep going despite the pressure. His leadership helped the company stay focused on its goals, even when the future looked uncertain. Without his support, Tesla might not have survived this stage. At the same time, Tesla had to deal with strong doubt from the outside world. Many experts and critics believed the company would go bankrupt. Traditional car companies did not see Tesla as a serious competitor, and some even ignored the idea of electric vehicles completely. There were also concerns about the lack of charging infrastructure. People worried about where they would charge their cars and how far they could travel. These concerns made it harder for Tesla to attract new customers. Despite all these challenges, Tesla continued to innovate. The company focused on improving battery technology to increase the driving range of its cars. It also started working on building its own charging network, which would later become the supercharger system. These efforts showed that Tesla was not just thinking about selling cars, but also about creating a complete ecosystem for electric vehicles. Slowly, this strategy began to build confidence among customers and investors. This period was a turning point for Tesla. It was a time of high risk, stress, and uncertainty, but it also showed the company's determination and resilience. By surviving these struggles, Tesla proved that it was more than just a small startup. It became a company capable of overcoming major challenges. This strong foundation prepared Tesla for the breakthroughs that would soon follow and helped shape the future of the electric car industry. The real breakthrough for Tesla Inc. came with the introduction of the Model S, a car that completely changed how people viewed electric vehicles. Before this moment, many people still believed that electric cars were only for a small group of users and could not compete with traditional petrol cars. Tesla wanted to prove this idea wrong, and the Model S became the perfect example. When it was introduced, the car surprised both the public and experts. It was not just an electric car. It was one of the best cars in the world, regardless of how it was powered. The Model S stood out because of its design, performance, and technology. It had a long driving range compared to earlier electric cars, which solved one of the biggest concerns people had. Drivers no longer had to worry as much about running out of battery during long trips. The car was also very fast, with acceleration that could compete with high-performance petrol cars. Inside, the Model S featured a large touchscreen that controlled most of the car's functions, something that felt modern and futuristic at the time. This combination of speed, range, and technology made the car very attractive to customers. Another important part of Tesla's success during this period was its focus on infrastructure. The company began building its supercharger network, which allowed Tesla drivers to charge their cars quickly and travel long distances more easily. This was a major step because one of the biggest challenges for electric vehicles had always been charging. By creating its own network, Tesla made electric cars more practical for everyday use. This also showed that the company was thinking beyond just selling cars and was building a complete system to support its customers. The Model S received many positive reviews and awards, which helped improve Tesla's reputation. People started to see Tesla as a serious competitor in the car industry. The company was no longer just a small startup trying to survive. It had become a leader in innovation. More customers began to trust the brand, and demand for Tesla cars started to grow. Investors also became more confident, which helped the company gain more financial support. However, Tesla still faced challenges during this time. The Model S was a luxury car, and its high price meant that not everyone could afford it. Production was also limited, and the company had to work hard to increase output while maintaining quality. Despite these challenges, Tesla continued to improve its processes and expand its capabilities. This period marked a major turning point in the electric car revolution. The success of the Model S proved that electric vehicles could be practical, powerful, and desirable. It also forced traditional car companies to start taking electric cars seriously. Many began investing in their own electric vehicle programs after seeing Tesla's success. The Model S did not just help Tesla grow, it helped change the entire car industry. It showed the world that the future of transportation could be electric, and it placed Tesla Inc. at the center of that transformation. After the success of the Model S, Tesla Inc. moved into a new phase of growth and expansion. The company's goal was no longer just to prove that electric cars could work, but to make them available to more people around the world. Tesla understood that for electric vehicles to truly replace petrol cars, they had to become more affordable and easier to access. This idea led to the creation of new models like the Model 3, Model X, and Model Y. Among these, the Model 3 became especially important because it was designed to be cheaper than earlier Tesla cars while still offering good performance and modern features. The launch of the Model 3 was a major moment for Tesla. Many people who could not afford the Model S or Model X were now able to consider buying an electric car. Demand for the Model 3 was very high, with hundreds of thousands of pre-orders placed even before production began. However, this success also created new challenges. Tesla struggled again with production delays and what some people called production hell. The company had to find ways to build cars faster and more efficiently without lowering quality. Over time, Tesla improved its manufacturing processes and was able to increase production, delivering more cars to customers. At the same time, Tesla expanded beyond the United States and became a global company. It built large factories, known as gigafactories, in different parts of the world to produce cars and batteries. This helped reduce costs and made it easier to supply cars to international markets. Tesla also continued to grow its supercharger network, making long-distance travel more convenient for electric vehicle owners. These efforts helped strengthen Tesla's position as a leader in the electric car industry. Governments around the world also played an important role during this period. Many countries introduced policies to support electric vehicles, such as tax incentives and environmental regulations. These policies encouraged more people to switch from petrol cars to electric ones. As a result, the demand for electric vehicles continued to rise. Other major car companies, including Toyota, Volkswagen, and General Motors, started investing heavily in their own electric vehicle programs. Tesla's success had pushed the entire industry to move in a new direction. Tesla also began to focus on energy solutions beyond cars. The company developed products like solar panels and energy storage systems to support clean energy use. This showed that Tesla's mission was larger than transportation. It wanted to help create a sustainable energy future. By combining electric vehicles with renewable energy, Tesla aimed to reduce the world's dependence on fossil fuels. This period of expansion had a huge impact on the world. Electric cars were no longer seen as rare or unusual. They were becoming more common on roads everywhere. Tesla played a key role in making this change happen. The company's growth inspired innovation, increased competition, and helped accelerate the shift toward cleaner transportation. As Tesla continued to expand, it became clear that the electric car revolution was no longer just an idea, but a global reality. Today, Tesla Inc. stands as one of the most important companies in the world, and it continues to lead the electric car revolution. What started as a risky idea has now become a powerful global movement. Electric cars are no longer rare or experimental. They are becoming a normal part of everyday life. In many countries, more people are choosing electric vehicles instead of petrol cars because they are cleaner, quieter, and cheaper to run over time. Tesla has played a major role in changing how people think about transportation and energy. One of the key reasons for Tesla's continued success is its focus on innovation. The company is always working to improve its technology, especially its batteries. Better batteries mean longer driving ranges, faster charging times, and lower costs. Tesla is also developing self-driving technology, which could change the way people use cars in the future. The idea of cars driving themselves may still be developing, but Tesla is one of the leading companies working to make it possible. These innovations keep Tesla ahead of many of its competitors and help it stay at the center of the industry. However, the journey is not without challenges. As electric vehicles become more popular, competition has increased. Many traditional car companies are now producing their own electric models, and some are catching up quickly. Companies around the world are investing heavily in research and development to improve their electric vehicles. At the same time, there are still issues that need to be solved, such as the cost of batteries and the need for more charging stations. In some areas, charging infrastructure is still limited, which can make it difficult for people to fully switch to electric cars. Governments are also playing a big role in shaping the future of transportation. Many countries are creating laws and policies to reduce the use of petrol and diesel cars. Some have even announced plans to stop selling new petrol cars in the future. These actions are pushing both companies and consumers toward electric vehicles. This global support is helping speed up the transition to cleaner energy and transportation. Tesla's influence goes beyond just cars. The company is also working on energy solutions like solar power and battery storage, which help support a cleaner environment. By connecting electric vehicles with renewable energy, Tesla is helping to build a more sustainable future. This shows that the company's mission is not only about making cars, but also about changing how energy is produced and used. Looking ahead, the future of transportation is clearly moving toward electric power. While challenges still exist, the progress made so far is significant. Tesla has shown that innovation, risk-taking, and strong vision can change an entire industry. The company helped bring electric cars back from the past and turn them into the future. As technology continues to improve and more people adopt electric vehicles, the revolution will only grow stronger. Tesla Inc. will likely remain a key player in this journey, shaping the world for many years to come.